let's talk about deep eigen. So first, can you talk about what the main vision of deep eigen is? Because there are lots of educational platforms like Udacity, Coursera,
Sure.
online platforms already there, and the typical universities are already offering high tech education. So what's the
Sure.
goal of eigen?
Just like autonomous driving, the goal of DeepAG is also very clear and very straightforward. In autonomous driving, we wanted to solve the autonomous driving in the worst toughest condition possible, and we innovated as a result. In DeepAG, the goal is pretty clear. We want to provide very deep, cutting-edge education, the kind of education that you would have got if you were enrolled in grad programs in top 10 universities in the world. That's the straightforward goal of DeepAG. And we have categorized the courses into two primary different categories, category 1 and category 2. And category 1 is further subdivided into category 1A and 1B. So this is what categories look like. So in category 1A, a full length category 1A course can exceed both the depth and the width, the depth and the breadth of the content that you get if you are enrolled in the same course on the same topic at one of the top 10 universities in the world. So this is category 1A course, full length category 1A. Category 1A course can be imagined as one semester long graduate school course on the same topic at top 10 grad programs in the world. Category 2 is more practical in nature. For example, we will be still covering a lot of mathematics, but the amount of mathematics is restricted in comparison to category 1B courses. So category 2 courses are more practical with focus on theory wherever it is necessary. So our category 2 courses, I mean, there is no online platform that can match the depth of our category 2 courses. I mean, category 1 is totally not possible with the current standard that other online education platforms have set, because there we are competing with the world's best grad programs. In category 2, as I mentioned, we provide sufficient mathematical depth, which I have not seen in any other, not even in MOOCs that are run by graduate programs. So this is roughly what we offer.
So, what I understand from your explanation about Deep Eigen's goal is that there are a few categories of courses that you have. Like the first category is competing with the traditional universities, like in the full-fledged level, like in all
Yes.
its mathematical details and everything.
Yes.
And the second category is like focusing on the practical aspects, but it not to the level of MOOCs, just still more detailed. And the third,
It's still very competitive. Yes.
sorry.
It's still very competitive. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And is there a third category as well, or there are two
So,
categories?
so currently we are looking to raise funding as well. So again, like DeepIgan had been bootstrapped, but the good thing about DeepIgan is that from day one, it's revenue positive. So I mean, that's the model that I built. I mean, I built DeepIgan on one policy, no loss policy. That no matter what happens, we shouldn't generate a loss out of DeepIgan, right? So we are for example, oftentimes I have encountered that, for example, people who have spent significant amount of years in industry, they want to get something close to category 2, but they need much more than the existing platforms. I wouldn't name the existing platforms. So they need much more than the existing platform, but they don't need category 2 level course as well, right? Let alone category 1. So that we can initiate a third category, maybe category 3 courses, which are much more deeper as compared to what the existing state of the art offers, but they're shallower as compared to a category 2. But that is a question of, how much team can we grow, how many people, what is the volume of the people that we are looking at, and what is the price point as well. And we can make some of these decisions when we can grow in the coming months. So we have applied to some accelerators. We are talking to some investors as well, who are looking, because it's a pure business. I mean, DeepAgan is, although no matter what our goal is, but the business model is very clear. We are both in B2B and B2C. So in B2B, we can have industry collaborations. For example, there are so many, industries like so many education institutes in India that we can offer, value to. In B2C, for example, some of our students, for example, currently 25% of our registrants are people who have already done masters in North America, right? So these are our registrants, right? So they need more deeper knowledge. The master's program was not sufficient for them. right? So there, the business model is pretty clear. We are both in B2B and B2C, and it's very convincing to the investor as well. Okay, that we are generating revenue. So once you start, I mean, for example, if we just had restaurants from India, right? There's still a possibility. Okay, fine. I mean, whether it will grow or not. But once people with master's degree start enrolling in your online courses, that's a statement. I mean, that's a statement for even investors. See, this is the kind of people who are, investing their time and money on, right? So there, like, once we expand our team, yes, we can initiate more categories, but our goal, we see, ultimately, we also have to decide what do we stand for, right? Do we want to be MIT of online education, or do we want to be, some of the shallow platform of online education, right? So that's just like in autonomous driving. You have to make up your mind. Are you going to be an ADAS company? Are you going to be autonomous driving? What can autonomous driving? Competing with the state of the art, or moving ahead with the state of the art, right? This is the same decision that we have to make at DeepIgen. Ultimately, what is it that you're offer? That is what you are offering. Because let me give you an idea. If today you are enrolled at MIT, you can be rest assured whatever you're studying, you are studying state of the art. Can people associate themselves? Can they identify themselves with DeepIgen? See, this is where I got my education from, right? It's DeepIgen, right? So if I've gone through this course, if I've gone this much grade, or if I've scored this much, I know that I know the same amount of stuff that people who are graduating from the topmost universities know. And there also we have one more goal. We want to revolutionize the education, right? Education is becoming very expensive these days. So while we provide these kind of courses, we want to ensure, say, with the current limitations that we have, we can offer these courses. We can offer these courses at 1/5 of the price what it would cost them if they go with university level education, or even, for example, one of the very prominent platforms on the internet. It offers nano degrees actually. So if someone takes 5 courses, 5 nano degrees, right? They will have they cannot match in depth, because we are very deep in theory. So, but even if they have to match in breadth, they have to take 5 nano degrees to have the same level of topic level knowledge as we offer in our robotics category 2 course. So this is how, and our course is priced at only 58,000 rupees. So this is what we want to offer them education, but we want to realize that, see, the education shouldn't be overcharged. So if you compare with grad programs, we are 1/5 of the price. If you compare with typical nano degrees, someone will have to register 5-6 nano degrees. Each of those nano degrees is 1 lakh rupees. So we are 14 times less expensive as compared to such programs, right? So we want to offer them value, but we also want to offer them at a very affordable price. And the goal for DeepIgen 3 years from now, 2.5, I've set myself, it's my personal goal, 2 to 2.5 years from now, we want to be able to provide these courses at 1/20th to 1/10th range. And once we grow bigger, can we offer them at even reduced price? That's a future question that we'll be able to answer in future. But this is the current goal that we have set for DeepIgen.
So providing the highest quality of education at the lowest price possible is like the ultimate
eventual goal of DeepIgen. Yes.
I mean, this is something that I see a pattern of in whole of your journey, right? You always had this why, or a sense of clarity, or the reason why you should be doing it. You knew it clearly that you would be doing it, and then everything that you followed was just a steps
Process basically to achieve that.
Yeah, and like it ties everything, connects everything in a meaningful way. So you don't ask like, why the hell should I study, numerical optimization? You know that, I mean, it will lead you to where your goal or your vision is.
Sure.
So the same thing also ties with the courses that DeepIgen would be generating.
I really hope that you enjoyed this particular conversation and it helped you in some way, shape, or form. If it did, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification icon or the bell icon so that you can get notified on time whenever the next part is out. Also, it would be really great if you could give me your feedback in the comments below. That would really help me improve. I'm uploading small clips of the long podcasts on a regular basis. on platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. So make sure to follow me on these platforms if you're someone who cannot take out time for the long episodes. The podcasts are also available on all major podcast platforms, including Spotify and Google Podcasts. So if you're someone who prefers to listen to podcasts rather than watching full-length videos, make sure to follow on your favorite podcast platform. Thank you very much and see you next time.